Hello everyone, thank you for watching Mad Trucks with Marcos. Today we have a beautiful 2016 GMC Denali 2500. It's got a really crazy setup on it. It's one of the more eye-catching trucks that we've had come through here, so we're gonna go ahead and check it out. If you could please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can check out any of our cool trucks at kunescountrytrucks.com. Alrighty guys, so the first thing you're gonna notice about this truck is that it's very high up. So we're gonna start with the suspension. This is a 10 to 12 inch bulletproof suspension system, and it's got all the upgrades that you can get from them. So, you know, as far as the shocks, it's got the duals in the front and then the singles in the back. So you're talking 6 shocks all the way around. They do have the external bypass, or the external reservoir, I'm sorry. And it's one of those things that when you're looking at suspensions, sometimes you'll see a suspension for $2,000 and then you'll see a suspension for $10,000. The difference is, I mean, everything here, and it's hard to tell, I'm sure, from 10,000 miles away or wherever you are, but all the metal that is involved in these brackets, I mean, it all looks like it's about 1/4 inch thick. And it just looks super heavy duty. The welds are beautiful. The powder coating is done very nicely. You don't have to know anything about suspensions to walk up to this truck and know that, you know, that's got to be one of the top of the line suspensions. This truck was built in 2016 and it was at SEMA. It had the Rockstar Energy decals on it, and then it had a mountain bike in the back, or a dirt bike in the back. I know there's pictures out there if you wanted to dig through the interweb and find them, but you know, being built for something like that, I'm sure Bulletproof, they threw all this stuff at it. I mean, it's got the upper control arm, the heavy duty ball joints, you got the traction bars, the leaf springs. I mean, pretty much everything you can do on a suspension, this thing has it. Everything is done properly, and again, you know, when you're actually looking at the parts themselves, everything's super high quality. You can also see right there the compressor for the train horns that it has, very loud as you need them to be. But yeah, so it's a 10 to 12 inch system. Right now it's probably right in the happy middle between that. But the cool thing about this, the best thing that I took from driving this truck around and learning about the suspension was the turning radius. I was actually really impressed how it could still take turns. I would say about, you know, just as good as a stock truck, if not even a little better. I was really impressed by, you know, how big the wheels and tires are, how big the truck is. I was expecting to have to do like a big Y-turn, but it could actually pull a U-turn better than you'd expect. And it, you know, it is a 3/4 ton. None of them ride like Cadillacs, but it does actually ride pretty nice considering how high up it is. So going this high up, they do say you can actually run up to like a 38 inch tire on this lift, but right now it's got 37 by 13.5 on a 22 inch wheel Toyo Open Country MTs. When you're talking about wheels and tires, you know, if you want a top of line mud tire, the Toyo Open Country is definitely where it's at, and these are in excellent condition. And as far as the wheels, you've seen us use Sodas before. This truck has them on there, and it's just a really nice, clean design. There's a lot of other extravagant stuff going on with this truck, so it's kind of nice to have a nice, clean wheel. However, it is a 22 inch, so it's definitely not, it's not being shy. It's still a big, awesome wheel. But just that nice clean design makes it not look over the top. So yeah, it's a 22 by 14 wide, so the tires are stretched just a tad, but it rides good. The drivability is really nice. The tires, even in this, you know, biggest size, this wide, they are pretty quiet. Some other pretty standard stuff you'd expect on this truck. It does have the amp research power running boards, which are absolutely necessary in this truck. If you want, I can demonstrate getting up there. Just like that. So the lifted trucks, none of them are easy to. It would pretty much be impossible without those steps. The interior, since I'm in here, I'll just touch on it. It's really clean, pretty much a stock interior. It does have an upgraded leather seats, which do have nice stitching and a nice piping. Again, just a nice small touch without going over the top, just to kind of, when you're riding it, let you know that you're definitely riding something top of the line. But it is a fully loaded Denali with the nav and the roof and all that good stuff. So everything that you'd expect in the truck. And then as far as the extras, we'll walk around to the front. So they do have this cool custom grille, which looks nice. It's the gloss black, and then you got the polished rivets, and then you got the black mesh in there. And it is hiding back there. I believe it's a 40-inch light bar back in there. And again, when you're looking at the front, you see this truck coming down the road. I don't know how good you can get down there, Matt, but you can see from 100 yards away that this truck has, you know, if it's coming at you, you know, that it's up there, and it's got a really nice suspension on it. Again, all the welds are nice. Nothing looks cheap. Everything's definitely looks like it's, you know, it's heavy duty. It's almost overbuilt a little bit. But when you're doing something like this and you're going on a trip, you can't always find a upper control arm at O'Reilly's. So it's nice to know that at least when you do have custom stuff, it's going to hold up well. And as far as the warranty goes, Bulletproof Suspensions, I know they do have a lifetime warranty on all their parts, and it is transferable. So it's not going to be on every single nut and bolt, just the main stuff that they fabricate. But it's also nice to know that as long as you have this truck, or even buying a used truck, that you are getting warranty with it. I actually like that they kept the factory front bumper, because it gives it a nice clean look. We'll get around to the back in a little bit. It's got a nice bumper back there. But as far as in the front, that factory Denali bumper, the gloss black with the chrome accents, works nice since this truck still has some polished touches. One thing I did not mention on the other side that's hidden behind the massive wheels are the giant Wildwood brakes. We do a lot of lifted trucks. Not too many times do we see, or will you see, you know, the lifted trucks with the heavy duty brakes. Reason is, a lot of times people don't want to spend the extra $8,000 when they're already shelling out a ton of money for everything else. But that is a nice thing about this truck. It gets up and goes really well. It's nice to know you'll be able to stop very well. Like I said, everything on this truck is overbuilt and top of the line. You can still tow with this thing. It's going to be a big drop hitch, but you can still tow with this thing, and it's going to get you up to speed, and it's also going to stop you safely. Yeah, let's check out this back bumper. I do like what they did. They very subtly just painted the inside, or maybe powder coated the inside of the Fab Fours logo, which is just a nice little touch. They did do the recessed LED lights in the back bumper, and the back bumper's got the steps. If you happen to have a 42-inch vertical, and you can use that step, good for you. And then it also has the recovery points, or whatever you want to use those for. And Fab Four stuff, again, is all very good quality, good steel, nice welds. And yeah, it's one of those things that when you're doing one of these trucks, all the little pieces kind of come together and make it a complete build. So if you have any questions, we actually have this truck for sale at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep location in Elkhorn. You can give me a call there. Any questions you have specifically about this truck, maybe about something you have to trade in, let me know. The customer actually on this one originally called, and he was just trying to sell it outright. He had kind of changed points in his life to where he, you know, wanted to get rid of this thing, and he actually initially called just to sell it to us. So you never know. We might be a little far away from you, but we can put deals together anywhere in the country. And yeah, beautiful truck, 2016, 26,000 miles. We're gonna have this one for sale, you know, low 70s, probably right around 72. They do have to do the final safety inspection before they put a concrete price on it. But yeah, we're willing to make a deal on it and take it to where you are. And like I said, any questions you have about this truck, any other truck, please feel free to give us a call. Really appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.